Ben and Rich YouTube channel. Guys, we got something different today going on. So, let me tell you a little story. So your boy here, you know, he obviously bought something completely unnecessary, but I figured it was a good enough buy that I couldn't pass it up. I know, it's not a car, but we work on everything around here, so it is what it is. This, my friends, is a 2016 Yamaha YXZ 1000R, 2,600 miles, still in pretty decent shape, and I got it for a very good price. So, you ask, Brian, why is it on the channel? Why is it in the shop? What the hell are you doing to this thing? So, I got this thing to flip it, to get rid of it, right? The price was right, and the price can be right for somebody else when they buy this unit, but she's got some squealing rear brake pads. So, last time we went trail riding, yes, we do that periodically, believe it or not, I stopped up to our local dealer and got us some Yamaha brake pads. So, this thing is squealing pretty bad in the back. She needs some rear brakes. So what our plan is for today's video on this lovely How Tuesday is we're gonna tear apart this Yamaha here and put some rear brake pads on it. So, if you guys tuned in last week, the old Blazer there, we took that out to Mud Jam and we had a good time with it. You know, it was fun. If you guys seen me, I appreciate you for saying hello. The race, that turned out pretty decent. We didn't fare too well, if you guys watched that video as well, but anywho, this unit here, we got to get it going so we can ship it. I know, it's part of the game. So, and then the S10, of course, that should be back in here. So we're gonna give this thing an initial once over as well, but the primary purpose is getting those rear pads on today, and then underneath we're gonna see if we need to clean this thing. The skid plates are already off. They were off when I got the machine. I have them. I have all the fasteners and stuff, but I want to get it put back together. So let's get this thing in the air and see what we got going on here, guys. Well, that, my friends, I lift your side-by-side up. Now, not in bad shape. Like I said, the skid plates were already off. My buddy had them off within preparations of cleaning it, or maybe he did clean it. I don't think he cleaned it, but I mean, realistically, everything seems tight. You know, give her the shakedown like your cars. Just kind of check your tie rod ends, your sway bar links, all that stuff. Because these things here, guys, when you're ripping, all right? And you're in the trails, you don't want a tire coming off. But other than that, I mean, these things have a crap ton of travel. That is wild. Not a bad unit, not a bad unit. Now, a lot of people have a lot of hate on these just because they're a manual transmission. It's kind of one of those things, if you're into that, it's awesome. Like, I've ripped this thing a couple times in the trails. A lot of fun. All right, get your 19 out. Let's get these wheels off real fast, see what we're working with here. All right, guys, so get your 17, hold your slide pin, and then you got a 12 on the inside there. Pretty straightforward. If you've done brakes on cars, it's pretty much the same thing, but the biggest is making sure your slide pins are free. You guys know that, I'm sure. And then obviously, you can kind of justify if you wiggle it around a little bit, but pull your 2 bolts. All right, let's get these dudes out of the way. See how bad we're looking at. Like I said, these things are grinding pretty good, guys, so hopefully the rotors are okay. That is it, my friends, and we'll just push them little pistons in here in a second. Yeah, and these kind of just twist out of there. And actually, they're not terrible, but if you guys are unaware, they actually have, let me show you on the new pads, they actually have a wear indicator too to tell you when to replace them. But we're gonna go ahead and change them anyways because we're in there. Maybe the other side's the one squealing, but if you look, you see that square opening or that rectangle? Basically, it's your kind of your indicator when they want pad replacement. But to me, guys, check this out. I mean, look at the difference. You can kind of see. It's a good solid 6 inches. I'm just saying. So, we're gonna go ahead, C-clamp these in. Pretty straightforward, unless you got one of the tools for actually pushing them into C-clamp or channel lock, something will be fine. Again, this one's pretty roach too, so. But on a positive note, the rotors, I mean, they got a little grainy feeling, but they're gonna be just fine. Our hardware is still in good shape. Now, I do like to pull these out and re-grease them. So basically just remove them. See, ours are moving free. No big deal, just to wipe them off and smear some brake caliper grease on it. And make sure you use caliper grease. Do not use anti-seize. All right, anti-seize is not meant for continuous. 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 All right, anti-seize is not meant for You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you grab the world's largest C-clamp and then push your brake pad, your pistons in. Just like that. Now, if you're ever questioning the rotor thickness, your minimum tolerance is 5 millimeters. So if this thing here measures over that, you're good. So let's pull these out. And like I said, I mean, as long as your boots are in good shape, you could definitely reuse all this stuff. Get the old brake caliper lube.
There's always time for lubricant.
There you go. Now just remember, when you go to buy these brakes, they are sold in a set, but here's the goofy part. Their set is 1 per side, so you need 2 sets when you order your brake pads. I know, it doesn't make sense, but the guy did give me a half-ass explanation. He said the Wolverine, like the 4-wheelers, left is different than right is different than left. Not in our case. So for you YXZ guys like myself, you're good to go. So those just snap back in. We've already lubed up our slides. You'll have to just push your slide pins back in a little bit. Don't forget the good stuff, guys. Come on now, you know what's up. Little red Loctite. And I'm hoping we find a little more damage on the other side. And we're gonna show you that too. Now, you know how to take it apart. We're gonna get in there at least see where we're at, because it is definitely squealing when you hit the brakes. So hopefully we don't have a seized up slide pin, or, you know, God forbid, metal to metal going on there. And just, I don't know, we're hoping for the best. You know, of course you want to torque these to spec, you know, just get your wrench out and give her a little grunt there, and then usually when your elbow clicks, you know you got her. Well, I think I found the culprit. She was pretty freaking thin. It was not metal to metal, but man, she was making a lot of noise when you hit the brakes anyway. So, yeah. Should be better now. Don't forget to torque your lug nuts, guys. 100 foot-pounds. Now remember your basics, all right? Make sure you pump that pedal a couple times, because it's going to go right to the floor. You want to do that to get them pistons moved back out. Oh yeah, farming right up, folks. Let's go take it for a rip and see if our squealing's gone. Guys, if you never drove one of these things, this is by far one of the funner ones, I'm telling you. If you're into driving manuals, clutch pedal and all. Freaking cool is that, right? Just a ratchet shifter. One of the most unique things. I mean, I've ridden side-by-sides for a while. This is my first one of these. And honestly, I love the hell out of this thing, but she is on the market. You might see her on the old marketplace sooner than you think. You know, you think about it, guys, the old Polarises and stuff. I got a Razor, all right, as well. And by all means, you don't have to worry about belts. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you got a clutch. What's gonna fail? Appreciate you guys for tagging along on this one here. I know it's a little different for our channel here, you know, with us doing cars and all that fancy stuff. But around here, as long as it's got a motor, we'll work on it. But on that note, guys, she's not squealing anymore. So the brake problem is fixed. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share all good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.